They laughed too loud, too freely, when the jab landed. My sister raised her glass and delivered her punchline with a voice sharp enough to shake the trees. To the one who always arrives broke, needy, and still aching to be seen. Their laughter followed, messy and mean, spilling like cheap wine. I lifted my own glass. To the desperate one, I said evenly, who just shut down the account that's been covering your rent. The laughter stopped. The quiet afterward was sharp and golden, stretching across the picnic table like stretched wire. My sister's smug grin trembled, starting to crack. Dad blinked, caught mid-thought. Mom's hand froze halfway to the potato salad. And that was the moment things began to splinter. They had always relished watching me stumble. What they never realized was that I'd learned to fall without noise. I used to show up to family gatherings with nothing in my wallet and everything in my heart. Hopeful, maybe foolish, always the one who brought wine and flowers, always showing effort. They brought only judgment and a silent scoreboard tracking my failures. After Dad's second stroke, I returned home. I rearranged my life around his care, took patchy freelance work to stay nearby, pitched in on bills, and tried harder than anyone ever asked me to. And I believed it mattered. Until I learned the emergency fund I'd opened was doing more than covering medical costs. It paid for her rent, her luxury car installments, her gel manicures. I found the receipt, $140, dropped from Mom's purse as she complained about my unstable career. She didn't even blink when I picked it up. That night, I stayed awake. And I started digging. Over 3 months, I tracked it all. Every petty expense, every casual theft. Her lifestyle, her fancy smoothies, her boutique lunches, all subsidized by me. My parents' new patio furniture? Me. Their 5-star anniversary dinner? Me. I compiled records, bank statements, transfers, screenshots. A tidy archive of exploitation. And I smiled through it all. Let them talk. Let her boast. She always did. Until I made a call. I rerouted the account. New credentials, locked cards, a legal letter dispatched. The account had always been mine. I just left it active long enough for one final move. A week before the picnic, I deposited her exact rent. Then I drained every cent. I watched her that day like someone observing a sunset fade. A slow collapse of radiance. She wore arrogance like perfume, thick, sweet, artificial. Mom doted. Dad looked on with misplaced pride. And she babbled about a yoga retreat she wouldn't be paying for. Then she made the toast. That was my cue. Her smile faltered the second my words landed. Her fingers gripped her wineglass like it could keep her from sinking. What do you mean? She snapped, panic sharpening her tone. I met her gaze, voice calm. You'll understand when the landlord reaches out. Mom inhaled sharply, ready to speak. I raised a hand. You might want to try that garden center again. The card you used last week? It's no good now. Dad shifted, his old instincts kicking in. This isn't the place, he said, trying to steady the moment. No, I said, holding his gaze. You made it the place. When you let her drain the account meant to keep you alive. His mouth opened, but the response died in his throat. I let the moment sit. Let silence carry the weight of my words. Then I walked away. No one followed. I sat in my car and waited. 5 minutes passed. My phone lit up. Sophie, tell me this is a joke. Mom, please, we need to talk. Dad, son, come on. This isn't right. I didn't respond. I opened my voice memo app and recorded the silence. It was the clearest confirmation I'd ever heard. That they knew exactly what they'd done. 2 days later, I sent them a manila envelope. Inside, copies of every transaction, the original account agreement, and a letter. It read, "You taught me something invaluable. That generosity without limits becomes destruction. I won't keep setting myself on fire to keep you warm." I signed it simply. The desperate one. It's funny how money works. It doesn't change people. It unmasks them. Peels back politeness. Reveals who's comfortable cutting you while smiling. They saw my care as infinite. Assumed I'd always be their safety net. Their entitlement made them lazy and easy to read. I let them think they were winning. And when I stopped playing along, they mistook it for weakness. What they didn't see was that silence isn't surrender. Sometimes it's just patience. Strategy. Last week, my sister texted. She's getting evicted. Begged for help. Just this once, she wrote. I replied with 2 words. Try matching. Poetic, isn't it? What started as a toast ended as a funeral for their entitlement. They raised their glasses to mock my struggle, and I raised mine to mark their fall.